Or 15 years ago, everything came to Holland.
I think it's historically. In Aalsmeer, on the flower auction, there is something like 25,000 plus varieties available every single day fresh at the clock. And there's no other place on earth where you can find that variety.
It's a growing business, but it's also a challenging business. If you look from an airline perspective, it's quite difficult to deploy your fleet. I mean, you have high seasons, low seasons, and you always have to keep the same capacities.
Mother's Day is more or less doable because you have it in France, that's different from the United States. The United States is different from the UK. But Valentine's Day, that's a special day, that's everything comes together.
And of course, it's very determined or very influenced by weather.
If the weather is really bad at a certain time in a certain country where normally flowers are coming from, then that may change their buying profile and then they come to Holland and get them here.
We're lucky that we are serving 60 countries, for example to the Russian market. So this year, because of all the things that happened in the Ukraine and in Russia, it was half, 50% of what it was last year. But on the other hand, there's always weddings. Life goes on. People still need flowers. It gives them a little smile on the face, and that's good.
30% of all perishables in the world, they arrive deteriorated, not ready for use anymore because of mistakes in the supply chain.
That can be all kind of different things. A delay of an aircraft for 48 or 72 hours.
And the more it changes hands, the more risk you have that something goes wrong in the supply chain.
You see a lot of damage of the product with forklifts, which damage the boxes.
We always pinpoint to each other in order to blame, in order to cover up our own mistakes, instead of working together. The only problem there is it concerns sometimes life-saving medicines that you cannot afford to make mistakes there. And this is very big.
If the product is not stored at the airport at the right way, the proper way, in a cool facility, then that can be quite big problems with the product.
I think there's a practical way of solving it. The solution lies in visibility and transparency. Say if I book with FedEx or DHL UPS, I can do my own online tracking and tracing. I can't do this in the air cargo supply chain. The technology is there. We can offer complete visibility in the whole supply chain. And I think we should be open for that. If we are a little bit later with the truck, we should notify and show that to the handling agent. The same goes for the handling agent. If they don't have the shipment ready, we should know so that we have efficiency. I think this is a very interesting industry, but we need innovation, we need a change. And we need people with different ideas. Because the competition sometimes, they don't come from your own industry. Look at Uber, for example, as a taxi company. Look at Amazon. Look at what Apple did. They revolutionized the whole industry of music. And they never expected, they never saw it coming. We have to watch out. That we in 10 years or 20 years from now, we say it has completely changed and we didn't see it coming. So we have to innovate from this industry. Change before you have to.